Well, hey guys, good morning. Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. What is going on out there today? Hope you're having a spectacular day so far, wherever you are. 7:30 out here on the West Coast, specifically California Desert Rancher Mirage, the Mission Hills Country Club. That's Mount San Jacinto out there, just looming out there to the west. So another gorgeous day here in the desert. The weatherman's calling for 87. I don't know. That sounds like kind of a doable thing for me today. Today should have been crack a great sweat today because that's going to happen anyway. I'm looking forward to it. Got a good session on the grass courts this morning with a couple of my buds. We're gonna tee it up and go after it and crack a good sweat. Hey guys, what we're working on here. This is the January 2021 31-day reboot physical. Right? See if we can't reset the bod or at least start and build some habits over the month of January. And so just start building some habits and not look at everything as being a long-term commitment. Just do it for a month. Do it for the month of January, and let's see how you feel come February 1st and what you might have this boom. I feel way better than I did on the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd or the 10th of January. I'd like to keep this going for another month. So kind of a funny thing yesterday, we had a good friend of mine from Northern California, Jerry, come out and he hit some balls with me and Mai yesterday. And we did our little kind of King of the Hill singles thing, kind of a fun game we play. But at the end, I was sitting down with Jerry and he was saying, yeah, I've been watching your stuff on the reboot, see that you guys are doing the dry January, no alcohol for the month of January, 31 days. And he says, that's great. But I think I might do it in February because it's only 28 days. Okay, I see. Make sure it's not a leap year, Jerry, so it's 29 days because that could be a problem, right? Anyway, guys, let me bring up what we are working on. And today I got something that let's see if I can find it. Here it is. There we go. There we go. So what I asked you on January 1st is what's one thing you could give up for the month? And like I said, for me and mine, it's been alcohol, like lots of other folks who are doing a classic dry January. But there are all kinds of other things that would maybe be a good thing to try to get, to just don't do it for a month, right? Sugar, meat, dairy, caffeine, processed foods, wheat, bread, second helpings. And then I left the 10th one here up to you. There might be something else that I haven't listed that you could give up for 31 days, or give it up for the month. And we've been going through kind of a daily little note-taking thing here. And I'm happy to get this to you when we're done at the end of January. You just got to let me know. Yesterday we talked about, hey, why not get really, really fit? Why not? It could be something that you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to do, and this might be the month to do it. So today's thing is about sitting, right? And for me, like right now, I'm standing up, right? I've got one of these raised desks. Not a raised desk. I've got it's actually on our dining room table here in the desert, and it's one of those scissor desks that you can raise and lower. And for me, I'll tell you, when I first got here, when Mai and I first got here in, let me go back here to right here. When Mai and I got back here in November from Colorado, and I'd actually put this scissor desk away when we were gone, and didn't really forget about it, but just kind of got lazy about bringing it back in from the garage. And so I was sitting, right? So the first 2 or 3 weeks we were here, I was sitting doing my work. And look, I'm in front of this laptop at least 2.5, 3 hours a day, off and on, not all at the same time, but sitting down enough, right? And so what I've discovered over the years is that if I sit as I do my work, it's not great, man. I mean, it's like my lower back kind of compresses. Doesn't matter how great a chair, all the, ergonomic chairs. Give me a break. Come on. You're still sitting. There's no chair out there that's gonna, because you got your butt down and you're sitting, it's gonna make it like you're not sitting. So I just find that for me, what it does is it does two things. Number one is it compresses my lower spine or my back, and it also really tightens up my hamstrings. And so I just have to stand and look, I don't know, maybe you're in an office when you work or whatever it is. But but I'm not sitting. Sorry, kid. I am not sitting. I am standing. So let's see, I lost my train of thought there. Anyway, so what I would suggest to you, if you do a lot of work in front of a computer and or whatever, and you sit a lot, you got to get up. Like, I don't know, every 30 minutes, just set an alarm or set a timer or something. And every half hour, get up and walk around. And like, for me, when I get onto a coaching call with someone where it's just, it's not a Zoom session. It's just a phone call. I walk around as I'm talking. I know lots of other people that just say, I'm more creative when I walk around and whatever. So I think sitting can really be for long periods of time. I mean, the stuff that I've read, again, do your own research on this, but if you sit too much because you have a desk job, quote unquote desk job, well, make that a standing desk job, because there's evidence that sitting too much can cause all kinds of diseases, can cause all kinds of back issues, can shorten your life. I mean, so look, short little message today. Get up off your butt and stand more, right? And walk more. And don't get into this thing because when we sit too much, at least for me, that's the issue I get into. And then I've got to do so much more stretching. And especially my hamstrings are the thing, as a tennis player, my hamstrings, just the style of play, are the things that seem to tighten up the most. And so I do spend some time with the roller, right? The stick, the roller. We've got one of those Theraguns now, kind of that percussive type of massage gun. Try to use that on a daily basis. And I stretch out the hamstrings, right? Every day. Just because if I don't, trouble for me. So look, guys, short message today. Don't sit so much. If you do, if you're at a desk job, and then get up on a regular basis and move around and do a little, bending over or something to kind of decompress your back. I mean, what I've been doing for decompressing my back is two things. I bought one of those chin-up bars that you put between the door jamb, and I've got it at just a height where I can hang. I don't do chin-ups, but I just get up there and I just hang off that and try to really focus my attention on my lower back and trying to decompress it. Been doing it for probably, where are we? We're mid-January, I would say for 6 weeks. And I'm doing it at least once a day, typically 2 or 3 times a day, and for maybe 1 minute at a time, right? I think I'm about an inch taller. I don't know, maybe not, but that's the way I feel. So I do that. And look, I had someone say, well, doesn't that crunch your shoulders? And it does. I mean, in the beginning, man, my shoulders, I couldn't get the stretch out of my shoulders, right? That's as far as I could go. I didn't get anything in the lower back because my shoulders were just getting crushed. And over time, the more I did it, they started to kind of get stretched out, kind of break up all that stuff in there from all the tennis, right? And now that doesn't bother me. And now I can really get the attention down my lower back. I've tried the inversion table. We bought one of those teeter, what's it called? Anyway, one of those inversion tables. And for me, it didn't work because the blood would just rush to my head and it just didn't feel right. It did not feel right. I know those work. For a lot of people, it works great. For others, maybe like me, not so good. And then what else? And then the other thing is I do a lot of that yoga child's pose. That really, for whatever reason, it really helps decompress my lower back. So any of those issues you've got, could be lower back, could be hamstrings. I do believe hamstrings are like ground zero for any kind of, I mean, look, hamstrings, if you think about tennis elbow, now let's kind of work through this here. Tennis elbow, or any problem with your elbow. The hamstrings, if they're too tight, they tighten the glutes. And if the glutes are too tight, they start to tighten the lower muscles in your back. And if those are too tight, they start to tighten up the upper muscles in your back. And all of that starts to work its way down into your upper arm, into your lower arm and the elbow. So one of the things, and if you've got any elbow issues, let me know. I put together a program years ago, kind of goes against the grain a little bit from everything that we hear out there. And again, I'm not a certified medical professional. I'm just telling you what's worked for me. I've given this program to other people. It's worked for them. So if you have any issues with elbow problems, let me know. You can just direct message me at Facebook, or you can go ahead and send me an email, brent@webtennis.com. Happy to get, so yeah, what else? Child's pose, I mentioned that. Hanging, I mentioned that. I guess that's it, man. Just don't sit so much. And if you have to, just get up, walk around, stretch it out, sing a song, be happy, whatever. Go out there and help someone else have a great day. Oh, that's what we are doing right now. Hey, guys, any questions? Brent@webtennis.com, or direct message me. And as always, you got to get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I will see you again tomorrow.